Afløseren for F-16, og i den anledning er 3 mulige flytyper udstillet ved åben husarrangement på flyvestationen Skrydstrup 11. juni 2006, nemlig F-35, Eurofighter og den svenske Gripen.
Well, it is very different, but there are a lot of similarities between the F-16 and the F-35. The length of the F-35 is only a few feet longer than the F-16, and the wingspan's about the same, but you'll notice a large girth. It's much heavier in the belly than the F-16, and that's because all of the weapons and all the fuel are carried internal to the aircraft rather than on racks and tanks to contribute to stealth technology. Some of the things that contribute to the stealthiness of the F-35 are the shapes. It's a rather unusual shape, a lot of parallel lines on the wings and the tails. The engine front face is internal to the fuselage and is not exposed to the radar beams that come from the from enemy radars from the front. Well, it can carry two 2,000-pound class weapons, one on each side, and 2 AMRAAM missiles, air-to-air missiles, one on each side. Or you can put a total of 4 air-to-air missiles. Now, if you're not worried about stealth, let's go out here to the wing. If you're not worried about stealth, in other words, you've destroyed all the surface air missiles and all the fighter threat is gone, and you don't worry about radar detection anymore, you can actually we can put pylons and racks, one here, and one on the wingtip to carry additional bombs and missiles if you're not worried about being stealthy. This is just one of the antennas of 6 that are located around the fuselage of the aircraft. It gives a pilot an infrared picture of everything that's around in 360 degrees. And we were actually able to put that infrared image on his visor so that everywhere he looks, he's not looking at what he sees with his naked eye, he's looking through those infrared sensors, which can actually see it in the night, like night vision goggles. So now when he looks down between his legs, he doesn't see his lap in front of him, he sees what's below him, below the aircraft.
It's a single-seat aircraft. Now I fly it now for 2 years. Now we got converted in 2004 with the company directly, and now we are converting the Eurofighter pilots in Lage, and we are building up the new fighter wing 74 in Neuburg, where we get the first operational squadron this year. Well, the Eurofighter in the air is very, very powerful. On the ground already got more thrust and weight, and you will see that in the display later on. It's very, very demanding and very easy to fly. It's a carefree flying envelope, so basically you can do with the jet whatever you want to do, and it will never depart. Yeah. So basically we can cruise with this jet supersonic without using any afterburner. We can stay subsonic we can stay supersonic for a long time, and this basically is good if you're talking about fuel consumption. You need the fuel to stay up in the air as long as you can. This aircraft, first of all, it's carefree flying. So basically, you can do whatever you want with the stick in the carefree flying envelope, and it will not depart. Well, if you're low speed, if you're high speed, you will stay in your carefree flying envelope. And if, for example, you drive the aircraft into a situation where it is low on airspeed, it will automatically self-recover to the next nearest horizon. We call that the auto-low speed recovery function. Next thing is, for example, you're going into the clouds, drop a pen, look down, you get up, and you're totally disorientated. What can happen in the clouds because you don't have any horizon? You just push a button and they got a disorientation recovery function, so it will move automatically up and comes up to a slightly climbing attitude. So this helps you a lot with the jet. We are training our pilots over in Lage, and the first trip they're going to do alone. So they go solo out, fly it. And there's pilots who have experience on their force, and they just hop in, first trip. After, of course, they have a simulation phase. They fly it as by themselves. And that, what is another thing good with a Eurofighter, you have a lot of sensors on there, and the whole sensor fusion process will take place in the background, because nowadays you have so much information for the pilots that you can't cope with them easily. So it's like you got the information management, and all those sensor fusion process is taking place in the back. So basically what you got presented in the cockpit is already totally analyzed. So you know already if the targets you see, if they are friendly, if they are like hostiles, enemies, or if they are unknown. So you know that. And that's very good, so for you to make your decisions. Well, it's great to fly because it's a brand new technique. It's very good always for us to see the best techniques, the newest things out there, and the growth potential.
När man flyger Gripen är fantastisk. Den flyger enormt bra i luften i och med att den har så många roderytor som hjälps åt av en dator. Så att den skär som en varm kniv i smör, kan man säga. Det märks tydligt när man har flugit Viggen tidigare som jag har gjort. Där det är mycket mer kasa. Den här skär mer i luften som en pilvingad flygplan. Och som ni också kan se så är det väldigt stora nosvingar som är fullständigt rörliga. Och tack vare dem så blir det ju väldigt mycket svängkraft i flygplanet. Det är ju de som balanserar flygplanet i luften, att inte flygplanet trillar ner. För att Gripen är helt instabilt och tack vare det är därför man inte kan själv flyga, utan det är datorerna som måste sköta allting. Gripen flyger man ju upp till 9G och det är 6G per sekund i acceleration när man svänger max. Och i och med det så blir man utsatt för ganska mycket kraft. Och vi har anti-G dräkt som hjälp, heltäckande både med jacka, byxor och övertrycksandning för att hjälpa med detta. Och sen givetvis så blir det ändå jobbigt om man får lägga mycket muskelkraft bakom och så här. Så vi använder ju centrifug för att träna på detta så att det inte bara flyger flygplanet. Om Viggen är en Volvo så är Gripen en Ferrari. Det är helt klart. Jag tycker att Gripen är ett fantastiskt flygplan att flyga av två orsaker. Dels är det dess manövrerbarhet. Det svänger så oerhört bra i luften och bibehåller energi tack vare alla datorer som då optimerar och gör allting optimalt i svängprestanda. Den andra delen är användbarheten, att presentationen är så pilotvänlig. Att det är lätt att arbeta, lätt att välja det man vill ha och man blir inte överbelastad som man skulle kunna tro annars med så mycket information.